Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie and I'm so excited for today's video because I'm going to be filming my two favorite hobbies, and that is working out and reading. So I plan to do a bit of a week in the life where I film those two things throughout the week, probably just Monday through to Friday, film my workout for you guys, explain what I'm doing in the gym, and also filming how much I'm reading, what I'm reading, and giving you reading updates. So I'm so excited for this. We are now into the new year. It is 2025. We are already like a week in. Today is Monday the 6th of January. And I'm going to film Monday to Friday, all the workouts that I do and how much I get up to with my reading. I am at home, so I'm kind of on a bit of a holiday, but I'm also working while I'm at home. So most of the days I just have free time in the morning. So it's a pretty realistic, routine of having to work out early in the morning and then having a few hours to read before I go to work for the rest of the day. But yes, being that it's 2025, I know a lot of people have new goals this year, and for some people that is getting into the gym or getting back into the gym. For me, the gym has been a consistent thing for a few years in my life now. So if you're new to the gym, hopefully this video gives you some inspiration and some ideas of what you can be doing. And also welcome, because the gym can sometimes be a bit of a scary place, especially when you're starting out or getting back into it. But I'm here to tell you that everyone's doing their own thing and no one's judging you. I've been so scared to film videos for so long because I'm scared of like people judging me and stuff like that, but the more that I get in there, the more that I realize that people are just doing their own thing. Like when I'm in there, I'm just worried about myself. I'm not worried about anyone else. I'm not looking at anyone else, and if I am, I'm just looking at them to get inspiration of an exercise that they're doing, something like that. So yeah, hopefully this video will give you a bit of confidence to do whatever you like in the gym. It is ultimately you, and you're the person that is in there to achieve your goals. So yeah, I'm getting outside of my comfort zone this year and filming my workouts in the gym for you guys. If you've already been into the gym for a little bit like myself, then hopefully this video is still entertaining for you guys to watch. You can just get a glimpse into the routine that I currently have. So today I did lower body. I'm going to take you back to this morning, back to when I went to the gym. I'll talk you through the workout that I did, and that's what I do for the rest of the week. And then I'm going to come back to present me, where I'm now about to start reading my next book. So you're about to see me this morning in the gym. Before we actually flip to the gym, I forgot to say that I'm also training for two things this year, like exercise wise. So I'm training for HYROX. I haven't booked any races yet, but I know I want to do another one. Most likely another solo, because now I have a time to beat since I did solos last year. And then I also have signed myself up for a full marathon in October this year. So I have a while, but the training starts now. The training has started a long time ago because essentially all of last year I was training for a half marathon, and I've just been consistent with my running ever since. So really ramping that training up to be able to run a full marathon in October. So if any of that interests you, that is what I'm training for. That's the purpose of my workouts. So you'll hear me probably talk about that a little bit more throughout this video and within the workouts and on my channel. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that that's my purpose of training. Like I'm training so I can feel good, get into the gym, I feel mentally better when I'm exercising, and also so I can get stronger and achieve my goals with these two things. And in terms of my goals for reading, I haven't set myself like a number goal or anything like that, because when I started reading I think the first year that I started reading, my goal was 12 books. I just wanted to read one a month because it was very new to me. I was getting back into it. I hadn't really read a book since high school. This was about in 2020 or 2021, around that time. And I ended up like falling in love with reading and going well above that goal. And it just felt good to like not have a number in mind and just reading as much as I wanted to read. And then the next few years after that, I think I set them maybe to 30 because I knew that I had read a little bit. And I think it was in that second year of reading, I had somehow managed to read, I think it was 52 books or 53. It was at least a book a week it ended up being, which was crazy. And I kept bumping my goal up to meet that. So once I surpassed 30, I think I moved it up to 50 and so on. But then this year or last year in 2024, I set myself a goal of 1. I just wanted to read for the fun of it. I just wanted to read. Like I didn't want to have any goals in mind and feel bad that on Goodreads I'm like 10 books behind my goal or something, because I knew that it was going to be a very, very busy year for me in terms of uni and just adjusting to a different life, moving to Melbourne. And it was a crazy busy year, like finishing my honours. Uni was so hectic. So I think I read, I don't even know. Last year, it turns out I ended up reading 30 books, but my goal was only 1. So 30 was just a number that I happened to read. I'm hoping to do a similar thing this year. I'll just set my goal as 1 or 12 or something relatively low, and then just read for reading and not for stressing myself out to meet a certain number. So that's my goal in terms of reading. I'm just trying to find books that I love and enjoy, and also jump into some new genres and see if there's things that I like that I haven't explored yet. So yeah, let's get into this morning's workout. Ignore the appearance, it is 9:15 at night and I'm coming on for a reading update because I read this morning before I went to work, and I did start talking about the book and what I was reading, but I don't know if any of that clip actually made it because my camera ended up going flat. But basically this morning I was saying that the book I'm reading is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. Now this is my first Brandon Sanderson book and I got it for Christmas from one of my cousins because we did like a family book swap, and Brandon Sanderson is her favourite author and she has read so many of his books, and I've always been intrigued by them because obviously she likes it so much and I have heard many good things about his writing, but I've always been way too scared to read any of it because I don't know, I've only really heard of like a lot of the series that he's written, and to me they're like really long series and they're like massive books, and I'm just like, I'm not convinced enough to start like a big series like that when I don't know if I'm gonna like it, because I'm only kind of like fresh into fantasy, and the fantasy books that I have liked are probably more like romantasy, and like, yeah, I'm kind of just easing into that genre. So I'm like, I know that he's a big fantasy author. I've always been too scared to try it myself. But she got me a book for Christmas, and it's actually a standalone. I didn't even know that he had standalone ones. The cover is so pretty too, and so different to like everything that I have. But I'm obsessed with it. I recently just read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which she also brought for me for Christmas last year, and it took me so long to read, but I was obsessed with it. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I put that book off for so long. So I was in the kind of fantasy, like, I was feeling a different world type of vibe. So I wanted to go into this book. Obviously, so far she's been good at picking books that I'm gonna like, because she picked that one for me last year and I really liked it. So I started this a few days ago, and because I've been busy with work, it's actually taken me a little bit longer to read, but it's actually quite a short book. It's like 360 pages, around that mark. But basically there are two kind of main characters. You've got Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and they come from like two completely different worlds. Like, they couldn't be more opposite from each other. They function so differently, and something happens, and for some reason they get put in the one world. They are basically forced to work together to figure out why their worlds have collided, kind of thing. And it's so interesting because you move back and forth between his world and her world, and they keep alternating between like which world they're in and trying to figure out why this is happening. And I don't know, at the start I was so confused when I was reading it, like when I was reading about their different worlds, because I don't know, it was just like a world that I'd like never envisioned before, anything like that. But I think probably like 20 pages in, I was like, fuck, I'm confused. But the further I read into it, I was like, okay, this is now making more sense. There's another character that is playing a bit of a role in here, and at the start I couldn't tell like who it was, why they were speaking, but they are kind of making more, like it's kind of making more sense now as the story unfolds who this person is, and you're kind of trying to figure out how they're connected to both Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. So I don't know, it's been so interesting so far. It probably sounds so strange when I say it like that. I don't want to obviously go into too much of what I've learnt, because I don't want to spoil anything, because I truly had no idea when I like went into this what I was getting into. Basically everything that's on the back is kind of how I summed up how they live in two completely different worlds, and their worlds are colliding and they've got to work together. But yeah, I'm loving this so far. Like, at the start I felt a little bit overwhelmed, but not like extremely. Like, I was just like, had to use my brain a little bit. And now I'm like, I'm actually really clicking on. The writing is just like really easy to follow now, and the way he words stuff, I'm like, oh my god, that is so beautiful and so smart. Like, there's been actually a fair few quotes that I've tabbed so far that I'm just like, it's just really good writing, like really good quotes. For example, like this is without spoiling anything that's happening in the book. One of the things I've underlined is, a cup filled to the top can't hold anything anymore. It spills out over the rim, then boils onto the floor. Like, it's just like really relatable, but in the context of like completely different worlds. It's, I don't know. Another one. Trauma doesn't decrease with company, but it does grow easier to work through when you know someone else understands. I don't know, like the writing, like how do people come up with stuff like that? Like, it's just so almost like poetic. I don't know. But yeah, there's just so many parts of the book like that that just like capture my attention. I'm like, whoa, I'm shell shocked. I have to underline it. Like, that was just written so well. Yeah, some very good quotes happening, very good storyline happening. I'm intrigued. Definitely different to everything that I've ever read before. I've never been in worlds like this. So very interesting, and I'm keen to keep reading this. Hopefully I'll get some time tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a bit of a busier day. I'll still get my workout in. I don't know if I'll be able to read as much, but yeah, you'll see my updates, and hopefully in this vlog, I very much should be able to, because I have the day off on Wednesday, I should be able to finish the book, because I've only got like 100 and something pages to go. So that's my update so far, and then hopefully you'll get my thoughts on like the whole entire book very, very soon.
paid with blood or some sort of pain. You caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear.
Alright, it is the next day. Excuse me being in my dressing gown again, but it is currently, it's 11 a.m. Oh my god, I have to go to work in like an hour and a bit. This morning I had a crazy morning. You would have seen my workout. It was heaps of fun, and then I actually did I helped out with some friends who were getting like this filming done for the gym that they work at. So we had like whole little camera guy and all of his equipment, and I didn't really process that I was like the client, so my friend was training me, so I was doing a lot of the exercises, and I didn't really process like how much that would have been. So I did my whole full workout and then like so many exercises with them. Like we went through squats, RDLs with a pause, wall balls with burpees, ski erg, burpees over box jumps, seated row, lat pull downs, hammer curls, butterfly sit-ups, bird dogs. That might have been everything, but it was a lot, and not even that my body was so tired, like I was so hungry the whole entire time because I hadn't had breakfast yet. So it's 11 a.m. I quickly had a protein shake when I got home, and now I'm literally going to eat my lunch because I'm starving. But that was heaps of fun. You would have seen a snippet of my workout this morning. Now I'm going to try, whilst I get ready, read some of my book. I don't know how many updates I'll get. I'll try and film me reading it as well, but I probably won't have too much time today to read heaps until maybe once I come back from work. But yeah, I'm like so in love with the book and I just want to read it. Like I don't want to go to work, but I don't have heaps of time today, so this is a very realistic busy day in the life. But yeah, the next time I'll probably be able to read for like a solid time and hopefully finish the book is tomorrow, because I have a day off tomorrow, so I'm very excited for a day of reading. But yeah, those are my updates. I'm going to get ready and start reading soon. Alrighty, we're just here to update the vlog that me and Ash are about to start reading. We've got our books. I'm still reading Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. What are you reading?
I'm gonna start The Deal from the Off-Campus series.
She's starting the first book in the Off-Campus series. It is currently like pretty much 4 p.m. and I have... Yes, it's 4 p.m. and I have read a little bit today, but I have been feeling pretty shit and yucky since my big run this morning, which I haven't told you about, but you would have just seen the little clips from. And yes, I ran a freaking half marathon, but I'm very tired from it and my stomach hurts, and I don't know if that's from the run or just being sick. I don't know. I just feel really shit. But I feel a lot better now, so we're going to sit down and read, and I've got about 100 pages to go. So hopefully I will finish this and have my final thoughts soon. Bye. Also, we've got some Hogwarts ambiance going in the background. I've picked Christmassy because we still have the tree up. It is now the next morning and I didn't actually end up finishing the book yesterday because I was so close. I had like 2 or 3 chapters left and I was so tired. My eyes kept doing that thing where I was falling asleep and I wasn't really soaking in what was happening, and it was like, obviously the end of the book, lots is happening and I wasn't really soaking it in because I was so tired. So I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna stay up and finish the last 2 chapters and not really like appreciate what's happening. So I went to sleep, and now today I'm having a rest day because at the start of the week I didn't plan on doing a half marathon for my long run. So normally at the moment I'm sitting like comfortably around 10 to 15 Ks. But because like I was feeling good in the moment, like I was feeling motivated aerobically, I felt very good, my legs felt okay, and I didn't have a car. I dropped my car off to be serviced. So my sister was coming to get me and she had an appointment at 10:30. So I was either like, I can finish up around 10K and she can take me home and then go back to her appointment. But I felt like wanting to do around 15 already, like that was kind of in my mind, or like 12:15. And then yeah, when she told me she had the appointment at 10:30, I was like, okay, I either have to cut my run short to like 10k for her to take me back home, or I just keep going and keep running up until her appointment around 10:30. And because I felt good, that's what I decided to do. Ran a half marathon, which is insane, but obviously my legs are quite sore. I did a lot of foam rolling yesterday. I got my mum to massage my legs as well, which makes a huge difference. Yeah, they're still pretty sore, and I'm just feeling really tired because it was just a big day yesterday. So no gym this morning, but I'm going to do like foam rolling, maybe like put my legs in the pool while it's a bit cold, do that sort of thing. But instead I'm going to finish off my book, and then that way like having a rest day will mean that I'll be able to like properly do my workout tomorrow, because tomorrow is like a HYROX conditioning session. I think it would be like extremely hard if I worked out today and did tomorrow. I wouldn't really be able to train my hardest. So having the rest day today so that I can do that one, and then hopefully I will also be able to run on Saturday. So that means I'll have 2 rest days for the week, which is pretty good. Some days when obviously it's a bit lighter training, I'll just have 1 rest day, but yeah, because of that big run, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to my body, I'm not gonna overdo it, and we're gonna rest for 2 days, but I'm still gonna do some movement. But yeah, I'm gonna be on my feet a lot for a big shift tonight at the pool, because you have to go out and stand on pool deck for like half an hour, and you swap with the other person. So there'll be lots of standing around on my feet, so I don't want to overdo it and make myself really, really sore today. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I've got my tea sitting here, nice and cozy in bed, and I'm going to read the last few chapters of Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and I'm gonna set you up and see if I can catch any reactions. But honestly, a lot of the big stuff happened like maybe like 20-30 pages ago, unless there's something coming that I'm very much unaware of. But yeah, I don't know how much of a reaction I'll get from these last few chapters, but we'll soon find out. That was good. That was actually, I was a bit worried there for a second, but that was a good ending. I'm quite impressed with that. First Brandon Sanderson book, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I feel like it'll take me a while to get my full thoughts, which usually happens when I finish a book, but we'll soon find out if this is something that sticks with me for a while, because if it is, then obviously I really enjoyed it. But I feel like it will stick with me for a while. It was like, when I first started it, I was a little bit confused, but I think that was the point. Like, there was a character in there that kept like saying, all right, now I need to explain this to you because you're probably confused. And I was like, oh my God, like, are you in my room watching me be like confused as fuck? The writing just seemed to get me, and like when I was confused, like that would pop up at the perfect time and explain something, and then everything would make sense. That just wrapped up really nicely. And like there was just so many good meanings in the book. Like, I didn't expect that. Like, I don't really want to read the last little bit because then that might spoil some things, but like, there was just so many beautiful quotes and beautiful meanings behind what was happening. Just such a crazy story that I could never think of. Such a random world, but intrigued to see what his other worlds are like, because how can one be so creative? I feel like he has so many different series, and by the sounds of this, like, this was pretty unique, and this is only like a single standalone. So like, imagine how unique his worlds are in like the long ass series. So I don't know, I feel like most of the fantasies that I've read have all been like kind of similar, with fae and dragons, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of them have like crossover powers and stuff, whereas this was so unique. Like, 2 completely different worlds. There was a lot involving spirits and stuff, and obviously nightmares were like actual physical things in this book, which is just like, that was crazy and creepy. But I really enjoyed this. I think I would rate it at least a 4 stars. Probably, yeah, for now I'm going to sit with a 4, maybe even a 4.5. We'll see how long I think about this book for, and that will kind of decide my final reading, because if like months down the track, even weeks, if I'm thinking about it, that signifies a good book. Whereas sometimes I could read a book and enjoy it, but then like a week later I'm like, to be honest, don't really feel that attached to it anymore. So then I'm like, oh, wasn't obviously that great. Still enjoyable, but not that great. Yeah, good book. Definitely recommend, especially if you want to get into his writing and you're like me and you're very scared by it. I like this one because it wasn't hard to read, still like used my brain a little bit, completely different world, but obviously it's short and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll keep you updated if I start another book today.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the patient lasts. If you can move on past the things that make you feel bad.
Alright, it is Friday and we're starting a new book. We've got Ashley in the corner. I'm starting a new book. Yesterday I didn't really read much other than finishing Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and I gave you my review on that. But today I decided to start the Elsie Silver book, Wild Love, that Ashley actually got me for Christmas. I don't know where she's gone.
Eating a caramel koala.
Yes, I'm going to start this. I, to be honest, don't know anything about it other than I'm guessing it's cowboy romance, small town romance. I'm guessing because that's what most of her books are based around, but I've never actually read an Elsie Silver book, so I'm very excited for this. And I've loved like all the other like series that are similar to that by other authors. So like the Rebel Blue Ranch series, loved that one. So I feel like I will like this, but we will soon find out. I've actually come on to sign off this vlog because I don't think I'll be reading too much tonight, and I'm going to end the video today. So obviously still reading Wild Love. I'll try and read a little bit before I go to bed, but probably not enough to have like major thoughts on it. So far I'm liking it. It's, you know, nothing crazy has happened yet. I'm literally only at the start of it. But maybe in my next few vlogs you'll see my final thoughts on it once I actually finish the book. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this style of video, getting to see my workouts and my reads in a very realistic week in the life, because I was working a lot. I'm home seeing family. I was very busy, so I didn't read a crazy amount. I still managed to squeeze in my workouts. You get to see a glimpse in my life of what it's like to be training for a marathon and HYROX. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you did, and thank you guys if you're watching to the end right now. Yeah, if you could give any type of support, whether that be like, comment, subscribe, anything, it literally means the world to me to know that people are actually watching. So yeah. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see from me, and I hope you guys have the best day ever, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye!